Hello Wargamers and welcome to Let's Get Critical. My name is Gar. In this unboxing guide I'll show you the contents of the brand new Kill Team 3rd edition starter set. There are two new kill teams to show you in this box set. First we have the Space Marines Angels of Death kill team, and secondly we have the Death Guard Plague Marines kill team to show you as well. Turning the box over onto the other side, across the top you will see some expertly painted images of the Angels of Death kill team, and across the bottom there are some wonderfully detailed images of the Plague Marines kill team, and you can always rely on the heavy metal paint team to show off just how good they are at painting minis. And in the centre of the box you'll see an image of the new MDMF Terrain kits they've released with this starter set as well. We wanted to get this review done for you sooner, but delays and setbacks have held us back, but now we've got the time to do it. So without further ado, without wasting any more time, let's get unboxing. Now that the box is open, you can see all of the sprues here on top. We have 7 sprues on the left hand side here for the Death Guard Plague Marine kill team, and we have 7 sprues on the right for the Space Marines Angels of Death kill team. I'm not going to go through every single sprue in here, I just want to pick one out from each of the kill teams to show you the detail and to show you just how good they are. This first sprue is for the Death Guard Plagues Marine kill team, and look at the detail on that. These single sprues are fantastic. Over here you'll see that we have the body parts for the Marine, some head options, you have the Nurgling here, the weapon system, the base. They truly are fantastic sculpts. They're part of the Space Marine heroes that came out all over the world. Very, very sought after. Now all I'm going to do is take them out the box for you. I'm not going to go into detail with them. I'm going to do a separate video on this playlist. I'm going to do a painting guide and a review guide for the Death Guard Plague Marine. But for now, that's those finished, and I'll move on to the Angels of Death kill team. And like we did with the other Death Guards kill team, I'm just going to pick one out for you. And here I have one, and this is the Space Marines Captain. Again, it's hard to see because of the blue colour, it's not as easy as the green, but the sculpts are fantastic. Down here we have the base, and we have the cape, and we have the power fist and the backpack. These really are sought after sculpts. Considering that the box contains 7 of the heroes for the Death Guard and the Plague Marines, 7 for the Space Marines Angels of Death, it's a hell of a lot of value. I'm just going to take them out the box like I did with the other ones, just so I can move on and show you the rest of the contents. But again, I'll be doing a video on these as well. Underneath the sprues we get down to this poster. This is not an ordinary poster, this is something else as well. As you can see, it's double-sided, but on the side, these red pieces, this red piece with these skulls, these are actually designed to be wound tokens. As you can see, they're meant to be cut out. If you look on the other side, you'll see that they're reversible, and what you're meant to do is you're meant to cut them out and use them with the data sheets in the reference cards that come for the kill teams, which I'll show you later. And once you've cut them out, you're then left with a poster, and you can do what you like with it. Underneath the poster we get down to the gaming board. I'm a big fan of these gaming boards, and they always come in these envelopes. I'll quickly get this out and show you. It's a double-sided reversible gaming board, and the print detail is always fantastic. I mean, look at that. Absolutely brilliant, and it's just detail everywhere. I'll quickly open it up for you. You have to be gentle with these boards, and then I'll open up again, and look at that. This is the reverse side, this is the Mars pattern side. It's a lovely rich red colour, full of detail, fantastic gaming board. And then I'll flip it over very gently because they are only made of cardboard, and you see the whole of the original side. These gaming boards are fantastic. I'm glad there's one in the starter set. They truly are worth keeping, and I must have about half a dozen of them by now. Chuffed to bits that this is in here. Next, we get down to the starter handbook. I'm going to do this in a playlist video and I'm going to go into detail with it, but for now I'm just going to quickly flick through and try and show you the context. The first section is Welcome to the Kill Zone, and then we go straight into a bit of lore about the universe, and then into the Section 2 building guides. These building instructions, they used to be separate in the old boxes, but in this one it's all together in the starter book, and it shows you how to do both the kill teams, and then it goes into a little bit of lore. You have a double page spread on the Space Marines, and then a double page spread on the Death Guard, and then it just goes straight in to how to play the game. There are tutorials in here that you follow, and then scenarios at the end. There's a scenario called 1 minute to midnight, and then the first tutorial I think next coming up is called, yes, the shooting tutorial, and then the scenario for that's called suppressing fire, and then we get into another tutorial. This one's the movement and objectives tutorial, and then the move scenario. The next one is the tutorial on fighting, and then you have no surrender, no ammo, no mercy, sorry. And that's basically how the book's structured. You have a tutorial on the APL and action system, a tutorial on the orders, and there's tutorials on all sorts of things. We're going to cover all these in a battle report style. Me and a friend called Chris are going to work together and go through it step by step and use it in a battle report. At the end you've got the next step section, and it just basically goes about painting and what to do next, things like the approved ops pack and the equipment pack, and then finally a view on some of the other kill teams that you can purchase. It is a fantastic starter guide, and it really does contain everything you need to play the game. Next we get down to the token sheet. These token sheets, they do look daunting at first, and they have everything you need. If you look here, you have some measuring gauges, and then we have these are the objective markers and the initiative token. These are all generic tokens, and these are the APL tokens, +1 APL, and on the reverse you've got -1 APL, and you can see the generic tokens have got different faces on them. If we go back over and across the top, you'll see that we have the engage orders, then we have the conceal orders, some more generic tokens, and then the injured tokens on the side. But then flipping back over, you'll see that the engage and conceal tokens have been grayed out to show that they're expended. You have more generic tokens, and then the injured tokens are now displaying guard tokens instead. I know it looks daunting at first, but once you've got used to it, it's really simple, and everything you need to understand these tokens is in the starter guide as well. Next we get down to these new reference sheets, and this first sheet here is for the Plague Marines. I really love these reference sheets. I think they're so much better than the data cards that have come in other box sets. And on the reverse here you'll see the universal actions. We have reposition, dash, fallback, charge, shoot and fight, and they'll all be explained to you in the starter book, so you don't have to worry about them now. But on the inside, look at this. You have a separate card for each of the models. So you have one here for the Plague Marine Champion, you have the Malignant Plague Caster, Plague Marine Bombardier, Plague Marine Fighter, Plague Marine Heavy Gunner, Plague Marine Icon Bearer, and the Plague Marine Warrior. And these boxes, they're for the wound tokens I've shown you to cut out earlier. That's where they're supposed to go. So that's the reference sheets for you. They're here in place of the data cards. I actually prefer them. I think they're absolutely brilliant. I'm going to get mine laminated so they'll last even longer, and that's the Plague Marines for you. Next we have the Angels of Death. It's more or less exactly the same thing. If we take it out the box, you'll see on the back you have all the universal actions, and then on the inside it's the same thing. We have the Space Marine Captain, the Intercessor Sergeant, we have the Assault Intercessor Warrior, Eliminator Sniper, Heavy Intercessor Gunner, Intercessor Warrior, and another Intercessor Warrior. I think having all this information in one booklet is an absolutely brilliant idea by Games Workshop. Well done. Next, if we lift one of these side flaps here, you'll see there's a little packet of dice. These dice come with all sorts of box sets from Games Workshop. In here we've got 10d6, which you really need to play the game. But one of my only gripes is I think there should have been 2 sets of dice, different colours for each of the kill teams in the box. Now finally we get down to the bottom of the box and we get down to this piece here. This is a brand new release from Games Workshop that I haven't seen before. It's MDMF Terrain, and in this envelope, this packet, I'll open this for you and show you this terrain. This is in place of the plastic terrain you usually get in the boxes, and I think personally it's a fantastic idea. Look at the print detail on that. I'll just quickly get a couple of that. The idea to this terrain is it's kind of flat packable, and you can assemble it and then unassemble it, and it just slides together like this. It's a little bit tricky, and give me a bit of time, but with a bit of patience and a bit of perseverance, without being too rough and trying to damage it, I do actually get it together. And I think for a starter set where, you know, people may not be playing it as often as other people want, it's a fantastic way to start. Look at that. I think that's super simple, and I think it's brilliant. There's no need to assemble it or glue it or paint it. Straight out the box, just clip it together. And as you can see from me struggling there, you know, it is got a good grip to it. And then when you're finished, it just slots straight back in. So it's easy to transport and it's easy to carry around. Personally, for a starter set, I think is a brilliant idea, and I think Games Workshop are going to do a hell of a lot more pieces of terrain from MDMF. And finally, there are 2 pieces with some smaller terrain pieces, and they're both identical. So I'll just give you a quick overview and show you them like that. I'm not going to put them together just yet. I think Games Workshop are going to be releasing quite a few of these MDMF kits, and I think they're going to prove to be very popular indeed. But this is the first one they've released for now. Here on the table, I've just put this bundle together to show you what I'm doing next on this playlist. The first thing I'm going to do is take this Angels of Death kill team and do a review and a painting guide on it, and then obviously put that onto the channel. Next, I'll be working on the Death Guard kill team here, and the Plague Marines, and I'll be doing a painting guide and review on those as well. After I've done the kill teams, I want to go through the starter handbook, and I want to show you all of the tutorials and scenarios, and just go through all the details, and just go into, you know, as much detail as necessary. And after that, I'll be taking this terrain, all of the models, and I'll be using this board here, and I'll be running battle reports. And those battle reports will hopefully be in a full tutorial. It will be me and a friend called Chris. My name's Gar. This has been the long overdue review of the Kill Team starter set. This is Let's Get Critical. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day, and bye-bye.